Zyppaan, you've got Shao. This is going to be one hell of a series, and I'm ready to get this started.
Well, it's only 22 seconds to go until we get into the pistol round here. It's map 1. It's FPX taking on G2. This isn't the grand final. This is only the semi-final, ladies and gentlemen. You are here for the LVL VALORANT Clash 2. And it's all starting here, the defensive side from FPS. FPX even, not FPS. They can be an FPS, you know. They play FPS. They're pretty good at FPS games.
So I was going to say, hopefully they're familiar with FPS. So this could be awkward. But here we go. Look at the fight immediately going out towards long. It's just a shift walk up. G2 looking to just play the contact. Not something we see too often from them, but a very fast round played out as the kills go all towards them, and the retake having to come from Hookah.
Oh, Patitek. He's quickly getting out of there. He can grab that orb as well. Oh, Angel! I thought davidp was just going to nail him then. But instead, this is doable. Shao's gone down, though, and that's problematic for him. Especially there's no option to get the heals on go. Patitek's put himself up in the tower. Teleported up high. Taking a few shots, needs to be careful. He doesn't have the armor. Oh, they're lining up for him. He dominates the first. The second is very low. Shadow now. Vulnerable. And it's not going to be a round he could win. Pistol round goes to G2 here. From the start, they certainly would have wanted.
That was a very interesting pistol from G2. The shift walk straight up through B long to just play contact. Burst out on the side as soon as they find a duel. They didn't slow down. They held W since the very beginning. Once the barriers went up, they were going for the B side. I'm quite surprised at that. Normally they'll play that little bit more respectful up against FPX, and considering that they ban Ascent, I'm really excited to see what they've got in store for us. Now, for FPX, losing out that round means an eco round. It's what most teams are going to do, and it's what FPX usually will do. Just classics to play around, with a few upgrades. You can see the Sheriff in the hands of Angel. He's looking to go intergalactic on his performance, but unfortunately spraying through the smoke ain't quite going to work out for him.
Now we know that FPX love these shorty plays, but G2 will be well aware of that. Oh, he's gonna poke into it. Shao takes a bit of damage. All the shock darts doing a hell of a lot more to him as well. ardiis goes in for a bit of the cleanup duty. Zyppaan trying to fire the grenades out, but no one's there, tucked away in the corner. There's very little FPX can do in a position like this. G2 don't really have to be too scared at all at this point. It's such a late push in. ardiis may fall, but with just a Spectre in hand, actually loads of skills start to go their way. FPX trying to be explosive. Oh, Meddo! Quick headshot. The Mixwell's on the flank behind him. He's going to jump through the teleporter as well. And they will handle him. All the guns taken out of their hands, but it's not really that much of a win considering you get to see the buy-up come out here from FPX anyway.
A little bit awkward, obviously, if you're confused as to why he went in with his back turned. It can look a bit funny, but he was presuming that, often you'll go through the teleporter and play right up behind, so you can sort of execute them as they walk on through and pursue you. So it makes sense, the approach they were going for, or he was going for there, but looked a bit silly getting shot in the back then. 2-0. G2 off to the good start, you'd expect it, but they've lost a lot of players. Those losses shouldn't really come through, certainly not to the extent that they did. And FPX have, considering losing the pistol round, gotten off to a pretty good start. But it's all about just lining up the dominoes, right? In this round, they're set up, and now it's time to flick them and knock them all down. But if G2 can manage to stall that and win this one out, FPX again go down to an eco, and the benefits of the previous round won't really come through. They'll start to fade away. Really, it's reliant on this one being a good performance. And this is a heads-up duel. Remember, G2 will have upgraded a lot of their weapons, having lost so many in the previous. So it's no longer the bonus round that you will have seen in the other games.
Oh, Meddo. Luckily, he's tucked away. He's hidden. Shadow wants to be careful of this poking in. They may expect the Omen teleport coming out. Waiting for this push in. He's done it once again. Patitek's on top. But he gets slapped down straight away. Angel's going to come into this. Nice bit of damage done, and he can back away off it. Huge play from Angel. He's doing some more. davidp falls. Only Mixwell remains. He's got that operator, and if they can take that from him, it's going to be huge. He takes a shot. He can't make it land. He's checking close range. Oh, narrowly avoiding it. Mixwell's being pressured. He couldn't land the shots. And they can comfortably grab that operator if they so want.
That's it, Banks. They've got the upgrade. They've got the round they needed. For FPX, you lose the pistol, you find so much damage in the second, and winning the third. That is the best of a bad situation, really. They couldn't have hoped for it, with the exception of winning those rounds, to have gone any better, really. Now, they get, obviously with the saved over weapons they had, and the fact that even investing into that operator, grabbing it up, look at what they've got. So much money left around, 6k on Angel. That's a lot of credits to play with. And for G2, they don't have anywhere near that kind of cash flow. They've got to come in here and just hope to find some pennies in the bottom of the arcade machines, because they ain't got the credits to play themselves. It's all down to just the pistols as they look to steal some from the hands of their opponents. It doesn't look like they'll get much done at the start, but they've at least gained control over B long. Looking for a close range engagement, but look at how FPX are playing this. Pretty much every position is as far back as it could be. The only close range opportunity is towards the A bathrooms. And even then, it's covered by the Heaven player as well, so it's somewhat of a crossfire.
Oh, nicely played out here once again from FPX. Complete lockdown. Savage attacks coming in. Okay, it's against lesser weapons, but it's just the way they're handling the pushes. Straight evening it up 2-2. And, like, there's great individuals on FPX's team, 100%. But on this map, always, Angel just plays so well.
So, like, take a look at how Shadow and Angel took that engagement, for example. They're both over towards Elbow. The players start to push out long with pistols in hand. Shadow takes the first fight, and then he fades back. While he's walking back behind the corner, he's spraying as well. Angel then immediately swings out to take that second duel. He finds a double spray down, and Shadow swings to help him. At no point were they in a position where they couldn't be traded. And no matter what happened, that second player was going to be able to come back around that corner and take the kill. And it made it very difficult for G2. Not impossible, but very difficult for them to find any sort of progress. That's exactly how you handle a game versus, or round versus pistols. You don't want to give them the spacing that they're able to punish you so easily. And instead, make sure that, obviously, at any point, you're there to help your buddy out.
Ooh. Trying to make it work. God, the timing. The Hellfire doesn't actually connect with any of them, but it cuts Mixwell off. It's the perfect point of it. Patitek trying to do some damage, but Angel's firing back. davidp's fallen. And once again, G2, they're lost in the chaos. The smokes, the ults, everything going down around them. 5 still alive for FPX. Just an Omen and a Cypher. And Angel may be low, but it doesn't matter. He's just going to go and grab that ult point out in the open, just chilling casually with it.
There's Patitek. Feels like we haven't seen a whole lot from him, right? Even in this tournament in general versus the performance that we typically expect. And I'm only talking about on-stream games. Of course, there were a couple that we didn't cast. And their G2, I think, came back away from, as davidp put it, G-Dog, and more into the G2 performance. We said, you know, that there's no way any of those excuses come into play. Look, they're going to go for this 10 seconds left, but that ends it pretty much, you would imagine. Patitek, maybe a chance. 5 seconds left, but surely Meddo's just going to shut him down. And there was no time either way. So with 3 on the board, FPX, they come through to at least take the lead for now.
It's a good bounce back, though. 3 in a row, 2 buy rounds. Shao's got his operator, but he's not really had to be active because it's been so focused on the B side.
Not only that, it's been so focused on B, but it's also been so well held on B as well, right? It's not like the retakes have had to come through in force.
No.
They've been shutting it down. And now with, again, just pistols in play, Banks, I don't envision much more happening for G2.
Interestingly enough, though, Mixwell normally has quite good games when it comes to bind. It's a very operator-heavy map, but more on that defensive side. His attacking is going to be hindered a little bit here. Shao's position in tower is just oh so good. A smoke will go out, but he'll drone out to find some information. Oh, brilliant use of it. Shadow pops it. We'll work on it. Zyppaan's there around him. Even though they're only going up against pistols, they want to make sure it goes down with as minimal casualties as possible. pyth tapping away, but he's only good for one. Mixwell managing to get his hands on a gun. Might be able to try and do some work here, but he's very low on health. Oh, has to avoid that. They know exactly where he's going to be coming from. It's just being forced out of position time and time again.
I got the spike.
He may have picked up the spike. He backs away, but they can just hunt him down straight into it. And I love this. They're not chasing him down.
Not worth the risk, really, is it, going through that TP? We saw it before from Mixwell himself. You know, you go through the teleporter, you don't know whether they're behind you, in front of you, or where they are. He's just been wrecked. Flash spotted. They know exactly where he is now with the tripwire active. He's got to hit these headshots straight away. Good for one second as well. A 4K from Mixwell to clutch it out with 6 HP remaining. That's disgusting. And 3-3 in a round where G2 didn't look like they'd be able to get anything done.
He had no business winning that, and he goes from 0 to hero, 0 to 4. And he does it off the back of just having a frenzy to start off with. They give him a weapon. He's able to sneak through the teleporter. Because he picked up the spike. And I didn't even just, in my head, didn't even think about him going through the teleporter. He disappears. They play it really smart. They don't chase him through the teleporter and allow him to have that opportunity. Instead, they try and get it in the sight, and still doesn't work out for him. FPX are going to be kicking themselves about that one, because G2 are now stacked for cash as well.
Credits galore. They can play whatever game they want in the arcade machine. Zyppaan, he's looking to pop some heads. Looks like he's playing duck hunting, but only able to get the one. He's not going to be eaten very well tonight, but his teammates looking to pull back the harvest instead. You can see that the molly is just going to completely stop them in their tracks. The benefits of having a Brimstone to really slow that play for a little bit, but here's the TP from Patitek. He's got the control in heaven, and now they can split the site.
Oh, Angel ready for Mixwell, though. He's getting tagged up through the smoke. Patitek's trying to lock it down. He's low on health, but he's being such a nuisance up in the tower. He can teleport out and goes to take another angle, but ardiis has already dealt away with him.
Everything about that was so well played. Meddo's left in a 1v3 now, and what can you really do? If he doesn't find a kill in the next couple seconds, it's time to just go and save. He's poking out to try and find one. There's the first kill. Suspects a player to be in the corner. Might even have seen him go in there. Oh, he definitely did. Look how cautious he's being about it. He knows he's here, but does he know about the second player?
Yeah, they had a good crossfire going. Really well played by G2 to hold it off in a 2 versus 1. They had the advantage and they were not going to let it slip away. So now G2 back in the lead, which is key, especially on their attacking side here. And this is scary. Mixwell had that huge confidence booster, and we've not even seen him get comfortable to go onto his defensive side, where I normally see him at his best on this map.
What I loved about that round was Angel's ult usage. He popped it down towards the bathroom so he could just peek out wide and take that fight onto Mixwell without worrying about anybody peeking him from behind. He used his ult as basically like one giant smoke that maybe does a little bit of damage, but it guarantees no one pushes you. But then Patitek also was so smart. The TP he made up on top of the truck, he had ardiis actually covering for the wider swing from CT. Look at this fast push right into Angel. They go a quick double as Shao finds even more, and all of a sudden, G2, they wanted to go for a fast round, and they've fallen massively behind. The spike is dropped in the open. The res is possible, but first they've got to get towards that body, and it seems to be impossible.
FPX, what is going on here? That's a quick turnaround. It's a lockdown with no killjoy in play. Shadow just easily deals away with davidp. It's not even going to be checked. And they will not allow G2 to stretch their legs too far. They're like, you want to get around off us? Nah, you're going to stay nice and close, boys.
Making sure G2 are flying economy. Never a problem for me, of course, being perfectly average height. Those seats are built for my height and leg space. It's actually fantastic. Only above average have problems with that, thanks. Like yourself. Bet you have issues with leg space up?
I don't enjoy flying, this is true.
See, I can basically recline without even moving the chair.
That's what happens when you're 5'3".
A little bit of an underestimation there, Banks, but I'll let you away with it.
Cool. Patitek's going to get away with that one, though, Mitch. Zyppaan's going to try and get in the refrags, but at least he's evening up the numbers for now. Again, pushing out of short. Zyppaan not overextending this time. He's avoiding the shock darts. Tries to get the nade off, and that's a nice one. ardiis has got to be oh so careful. Oh, it's happening all around him. ardiis doesn't know where to look or where to turn. They're going to try and come through lamps. It's a two-man push through. The flash has gone out, but how much can they see with it? Multiple angles to check. Meddo starts off strong. 4v3. Mixwell's putting down the smokes. Does he dare to push through it? He's right on the edge, right on the side. Another smoke goes down. He's trying to be oh so careful. Zyppaan lands it with the ult as well. Mixwell's going to have to come up huge, and he does. He starts off strong, but Shadow, he's ready and waiting for it. The spam comes through. pyth is hiding away. He's very low on health. Oh, Shadow! The clutch comes in. He's got the defuse. A 5th round for FPX, and G2 again off the back of Mixwell, nearly making it work. He is coming up huge every time they need it at this moment, mate.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is one hell of a game straight off the bat, Banks. When map 1 delivers this kind of show, you know that you're in for the game of the tournament. I mean, this is the one that I was hyped up for. I tweeted out earlier on, you know, this is it. This is the game of the tournament, mark my words, and I think it's certainly delivering. We knew that FPX didn't show us their full potential last time these two teams butt heads. And right now we're seeing what it looks like when you give them that extra bit of prep time. G2 under threat, down to pistols yet again. They've got a little bit extra to back them up. Raze still in play. It's been up for quite a while now, right? Not been able to really find an opportunity to pop it. Look at how quick these rounds have been.
It's happened so fast. Patitek's done it again. They should know how many times he does this. Oh, Angel. Oh, perfect timing. They're being destroyed. They're being taken so much damage. Shadow's moving around the Sova roll, and Angel's just not stopping. He's putting the hurt on them. Everyone on G2 fell within seconds. Disgusting behavior from FPX. FunPlus ownage right now.
Yo, Banks, it has been so long since I've seen that combination. A Rolling Thunder alongside Orbital Strike. You'll remember we used to see that all the time in the beta, right? But Brimstone started to fade out. We've seen Omen just overtaking the pick rates. And so it's nice to finally... I genuinely think that's the first time in months that I've gotten to cast a game where that happens. Because you go through, you roll and thunder them. They're all stunned. They can't move. And you saw it from Mixwell there. He's just stuck. He'd already used his dash to get out in the first place. TP'd already been popped by the Omen. So they're kind of just stood there like, oh no. How do I get out of here now? And the answer is you don't. You die to it. And then they blitz in afterwards, still capitalizing on the Rolling Thunder, having knocked those players back and stunned them. It's now 6-4 with Meddo opening it up and getting... Oh, look how far back he is already. He's got a free kill.
Gets the kill, backs away. Oh, Patitek's done it again. You're far too predictable doing this, Patitek, and he still lands a huge shot regardless. Meddo in the back. He gets popped real quick. FPX. They're just dominating. pyth trying to make it work with the Sheriff here. Will grab himself a weapon at least. Ooh. Zyppaan is going to fall to pyth. pyth with a weapon in his hand. He's trying to even up the scoreboards, but now it's all on Shao. It's a 1v1. He doesn't expect davidp to swing so quick. The revive's finally going to be used, and another round is added to the board for G2. FPX have been stopped in their tracks for now, and they were starting to get on quite a roll there. Last round of the half already, Mitch, but what a defensive side so far.
They're showing up, both teams are, and we go down to the final round to look as to whether it's going to be neck and neck or a 2-round lead for FPX going into the next half. The potential for double operator isn't there over on FPX, and G2 are never really going to be pulling that out. The ultimates in play give Mixwell the ability to pop those knives out and go for some closer range fights. Might want to lead this charge, though, with the Phantom out by the looks of things. He's got to be so careful, though. Look, Shadow's holding it with the operator. And Mixwell, well, his spidey senses were tingling. He started to realize that around that corner, Oni Muertos waited for him. And so he just bails back over, looking for the A site. where there's 3 players currently in position, but because they haven't seen anything in a little while, they're starting to rotate. They now find a weaker A defense, and Mixwell, if he finds this opening kill, this could be very... Oh, no! Zyppaan in the side catches his head way too quick above that smoke. They have no idea where that even came from.
Oh, Meddo here, sneaking around. Gotta be careful. Short, straight up onto davidp. He can back away, and ardiis can't even get the refrag on go. Still, though, G2 have an advantage in this round. Meddo, though, getting the extra information. That's going to be crucial. Patitek is causing him a huge problem. They're trying to push on him, but Angel, he's been hitting headies all day long. He's warmed up, ready and raring to go. He's been the dominant force for FPX so far in the defensive side, and he's not slowing down just yet. ardiis wants to get the extra info. He just starts to spot him out. He's going to try and tap him away. ardiis needs to come up huge here. He's got pyth to back him up. Nice start from them. The smoke starts to fade out. They've probably got this round, and it's 6-6. G2 managed to make it work. But my oh my, that was oh so competitive from both sides, never giving up.
That's what I love to see, Banks. This is what I love to see. A 6-6 half on Bind. Could you ask for a better map and a better scoreline? Really, Bind typically is going to play out as this quite tight game, right? You'll see that it's very close to 50-50 in terms of percentage win rates. In this tournament, it's been slightly attacker-sided, but again, that's a sample size of 12 maps. It's the most played map in the tournament, that's for sure, so obviously you can still draw some conclusions from that, but I'm quite happy with a 6-6 scoreline. I think this sets both teams up fairly well, and can often play a pretty big role in... Or the pistol round can also play a pretty big role whenever that comes through in such a close scoreline.
Now, the last time these two teams played Bind, it was 13-9 to G2. FPX already with Shao. It's a whole... This is not the same FPX, Mitch. This is just what you love to see, improvements from a team. G2, they needed someone to try and test them a bit here. Finally, it might be happening. Great one-way smoke there. Spots the feats of Angel. He looks to put the smokes down, but now we'll push back on it. Doesn't want to go just yet. Especially with that slow going forward. Shao can drone out and get the extra information. The smokes get deployed, and now they can start to push on it. They can start to try and make the magic happen. Mixwell, quite aggressive here, taking a forward angle, but they're just going to back away. The fake's being solved. There's only the Sova on the site. Zyppaan's running up on it. The flash going out. Doesn't actually hit ardiis. He's in a good position to do some damage. He's trying to tap around them. First headshot landed, but he needs to deliver more. He needs to stop him, and it's not going to work. Smite is going to be straight plant. And davidp. Ooh, that was a disgusting shot. He's going to look for a few more of them, though. Patitek expecting someone to be coming late. It's not going to be happening just yet. Oh, Shadow playing this so well. He hears the footsteps. He knows what's going on. Timing. Oh! A few whiff shots, though. That's not what you want to see. Patitek low on health. 26 health. He knows where to look. He should know where to look at least. Timing's not on his side. They come into each other. And Shadow shuts it down. But my oh my, that was getting a bit scarier.
It was, but at 7-6 now, FPX win out the pistol, and this is what happened last time, Banks. 7 rounds they found on their attacking side. It was the defense where they fell apart. And that's a real issue if you're G2, because I feel like G2, in terms of their character arc, let's say, I would consider them pretty much at the same skill level as they were last time, right? They were at their peak. They still are. But FPX weren't. They were on their come up. Yeah. They have been, and now they're a whole lot better. And so if FPX delivered previously on the attacking side, they've fixed their defense. Now things get scary for G2, where they've got to step up. It feels like we haven't had those performances from these players that we normally see. Beautiful Bucky skin there for davidp. We'll see if he can get the damage done with it. That boombot shouldn't see him from up there, and it doesn't.
Nah. Height advantage. The boombot is blind to ground level.
They'll know, though, right? They'll know that that's an angle he could be sat on. Left side should be clear. Even a nade through should allow davidp to stay a little bit safe from it if they nade the right side. but it's a very slow approach. They're not actually looking to take map control. FPX are waiting and hoping G2 get a little bit impatient and make a push.
Oh, whose patience is going to pay off? davidp. He wasn't patient enough. Zyppaan waits it out, gets the easy first kill. Won't be pressured by the Bucky at all. Hypno. Oh, the timing. That's just so unlucky. Gotta feel bad for him on that one. He tries to go forward with a short. He thinks they're still going to keep it slow, but they start to bust into the B side. Right now for G2, it's all about damage control because you're 5v3. You're limited on weaponry. And you're trying to do all the damage you can in any way to FPX because you know what's happening, right? FPX are gaining some critical momentum and seriously causing a huge problem. Now, it's only a bucket at that range, ardiis. I like the attempts, but that's not going to work out too well. It's going to be the exit frags coming in play. Shadow easily deals with Patitek. Mixwell wants to push a bit. Oh, Mixwell! Nicely done. Grabs himself a Phantom and get the hell out of there. Why the hell not?
Yeah, that's gorgeous. ardiis. See, the problem for ardiis in that fight and the one previously towards Elbow is that, okay, Bookie can be decent at that medium range. If you right-click it, you can take kills pretty easily. Problem is, once that player's halfway around a wall or obscured slightly, the wallbang pen just isn't there. It's not good enough for you to actually convincingly do damage. Certainly not against the Phantom. They'll win that fight 100% of the time. So you've got to find them out in the open exposed. So if you can only see half their body, it's just not working. And obviously they're right side peeking you as well, so they can minimize it to even less than half their body. 8-6. They've got the first round. They've got the second. But again, G2 have done damage to FPX. They've made it a little bit costly. So it's not as clear-cut as you would think. In this round, there has to be upgrades for FPX. Or do there? Is someone going to continue on his? Is Shadow? Who's just got a Sheriff? He's just playing straight down on the pistol. I respect the play to keep the money for the next round. And there's an opening duel already for Angel.
Oh, do you know what? There's an entry fragger, an in-game leader. Angel. He's like, what? The closest person to his age is 22 on the team, maybe 23. 7 years older. He's rocking it. You can see he's loving life. He even said, right, in his downtime, he just plays. He's just loving the game. Angel's found his home, but he's going to be put to bed for now. At least by davidp. Patitek playing this smart. Oh, they're pushing him through the smoke, and that's never going to work out. G2 getting that lockdown on A. It's all on Shao, and he's not been having the greatest of games, though. It's not always been needed. With only a bulldog in his hands. I don't expect too much from him in this one. And Patitek will come in to close it out. A nice finish off. And G2 stands strong for now.
They needed it. They needed this round. You can't allow FPX to just steamroll through, especially because they played for the bonus, right? The weaker weapons all around. They had, I'm not sure which player it was, but I saw someone. I'm pretty sure it was Shadow, just playing with a Sheriff. And now they've got the money to take all the weapons that they could possibly desire. Their Phantoms, their Vandals, their investment into utility. You can see Angel's gone to light armor. And the thing about Angel, he's an entry fragger. Man's got 21 kills right now. But also, he's the one that's going to be taking the utility most. Like, his smokes are the reason he's on this agent instead of playing over on an Omen. So, if he's not buying all 3 smokes, it's a bit of a waste, you know?
They've got to expect Mixwell to be aggressive again. Last time Angel shut him down. But this is the usual way we see Mixwell play it with the operator. I said on his defensive side, Mixwell's hella scary. Ooh, not the most optimal cage. Slight gap in it.
They're also spotting with the cam and they can't see Mixwell from where he is. Oh my god, that was so close.
Ridiculously close.
Obviously, he knew the angle, but we have seen teams in this tournament just swing wide on that with an arrow out and end up dying. So I was getting a bit of deja vu to the group stages.
You got to remember, Mitch, right? This is still close, but it's FPX's pick. To me, this is a must-win. Although we've seen that G2 banned out Ascent, we're going to Split next, which, I don't know, I love G2 on Split, but I'm really sold by the Raze performance from ardiis over and over again on that. This is nice from davidp, but they're committing the wall very early on here to try and delay him for more time. Zyppaan trying to get the spam on go. Oh dear, davidp, that's not what you want to see. Shadow's going to push on round. He expects another player close. Patitek right on the edge of it, tries to get himself in, wants to back on with his teammates. He needs to hold this on. Timing's not on their side, but Angel delivers once again. Will they have time to plant the spike? No, they won't. He's out of it. Not enough time. Mixwell backs away. He could have died because he was out in the open on his own, but he does escape, and they give G2 another round. Far too slow. That wall actually did pay off in delaying and pushing up long. Huge work coming in there.
I think they probably would have won that if Mixwell didn't have his dash still up. Had they have baited him out earlier, made him use that, he wouldn't have been able to get away quite as easily. Obviously, that's a small point, and it's not something you could ever possibly plan for, but it's like it came down to that split-second thing where he happened to have the ability still online. Good conservation from him, for sure. Now they're tied up 8-8, but G2 should be taking the lead as they now come up against just pistols yet again. Mixwell pushed off the angle by the stun straight away. That's a stun from middle. My God, what is that shot, Mixwell? The dash certainly used up this time. But
Shao and Zyppaan elsewhere getting it done though. Mixwell may have pulled off an amazing shot, but the power play from the young guns on FPX getting it done. So it's still game and round on. Nice shot from Patitek. Looking much better now he's defensive. He got way too predictable on his attack inside. They're already further forward than what he might expect here. Zyppaan ready and waiting for the poke out. Mixwell now has to deliver. Tries to get the shot through the wall. Does actually make it connect, but it doesn't matter for Zyppaan. Every gun is an operator for him. And pyth all alone. You're very far away, my friend. This is going to be a tough one for you to find. This is only map 1 of the semi-final between these two. This is why it feels like a grand final. Because look how back and forth it is. Look how close it is. Mixwell lands an amazing shot like that to open up the round. And then Zyppaan and Shao just say, yeah, cool. No worries. We'll deal with the rest of your team.
Yeah, you can kill one of us. We'll kill 2 of you. Let's make those trades. They did that all throughout the round. G2 head in their hands. It's got to feel pretty bad because that opening frag was so good, but it only lasted for less than a second.
Yeah.
The dash came out, and by the time he'd made it to site, his team were just all dead. It's looking like they were going to hunt down pyth as well, but they're going to leave him. 9-8. And, geez, it's always the rounds that you underestimate, isn't it? It's the ones that you come in and you say, well, they've only got pistols bang, so it should be nice and clean. And then, boom, all of a sudden, they're torn asunder.
Explosive. And I'll say this again, Shao's not having the greatest of games, and that's always a scary part, because once he comes online, you know what happens.
Oh, yeah. Man, look, Angel's got 22 kills. He's leading the charge. This man's got the same age as 2 of his youngest players added together, almost. He's just
what map is that? What map is that?
Close enough.
So he has 2 11-year-olds on his team. Is that what you're telling me here, Mitch? Yeah?
That's 22. What age do you think Angel is? I know you want to hold on to your youth here, Banks, but come on. He's not quite that young.
Oh, the opening pick, though, has gone the way of FPX for this round. And it does feel like a lot of these opening duels are going FPX's way. And even if they don't, we saw it the previous round. The refrag, the bounce back comes in. Oh, he's doing damage again. He's making them duck and dive and run away. ardiis put low on health. There is a revive up here for davidp, but he doesn't want to pop it just yet, I guess. And look at this. They bait out all the utility. pyth's just hanging back at B. He's got his camera out. He can look a little bit towards long. But ultimately, they know they're going to have to make the moves real quick on over.
They've rotated through, right? So here comes ardiis over to help out. One scene. The ult out. Oh, no, goodbye. ardiis is no chance on that one. It connected.
It did. It did.
We flicked away at just the wrong moment. I was so confused. A 4v3, Nade's keeping Mixwell back. You can't really post up to try and get them as they fall back. They've got post plant set up, and Mixwell's just bailing. Everything went against them on that round.
Mate, I was so confused what happened with that shot. I was like, did he die? What happened? Where?
It teleported us to the other side of the map. It was so quick.
Well, G2 are saving. They want to hold on to their weapons as the 10th round is going to go for FPX. And while we have this time, you got to say, right, that for G2, it's starting to look not desperate, but like They don't know how to deal with this relentless aggression that FPX are throwing at them. It's like, that's the same strategy they've used a couple of times now. Have a look towards A, even get a pick, have the numbers advantage, fake it, go into B. Oh, look, we destroy you.
This is not looking good, Banks. G2, they're on the ropes right now. They're holding on for dear life. You got to remember, okay, Split, last time G2 took it, 13-10. I think it was like the day before or something. Let me get the timeline up. Or was it? 4 days before they won 13-10 versus FPX, they lost 13-10 to FPX. It was a really, really tight game when it came down to Split. So, I don't quite know. Coming into the next map, again, I could see it as a middle ground. G2 with the most recent win, but FPX look a whole lot better now than they did back then. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near an easy game for them. Mixwell.
Oh.
That was a great cam. Well timed, and Mixwell had no idea what hit him.
There's so many players at B, though. If FPX, they may overcommit to this just off the back of that pick. Look, it's only Patitek on A. Angel starts to read what's going on. davidp delivers himself the first. Another slow goes out. They're trying to play off the side. davidp trying to spam up as much as possible. He's locking it down and he's bringing it back into their advantage. G2 looking to hold on and hold strong. The ult's going to be popped. But ardiis, he hasn't found much of it over and over again. Shao's trying to stop him as the rush comes through. He needs some extra information in there. The shock dart's going forward. 2 versus 3 and no heals in play. Smoke's going to be put on the floor. But is it even going to be enough? Because look how far forward G2 are. ardiis right on the edge of it all. Oh, easy shots.
So the issue in that position is that you've got obviously Patitek on the flank is a massive thorn in the side. Even without him, the first player on the corner, ardiis, as soon as he spots them, you just have, was it pyth that was slightly further back? He'll immediately spray. Yeah. So there's no way you get away with that. Although you can see the second player, he's going to use his teammate as a signal of when to shoot. And you're just dead on that, especially with such low HP on Angel. 10-9. G2 not letting them go. They're holding on. It's like in Fall Guys when you try to jump across the gap and someone grabs you. You just can't make it. You fall down to your death.
Zyppaan opens up onto Mixwell this time. Mixwell, I spoke about his defensive side being so good with the operator. He's been slapped around a lot so far this game. Patitek right on the edge. He's been such a phenomenal player throughout this game so far. Locking it down, holding it down, but this time around it's not going to work out. ardiis looking to try spray him out, but they swing on him. Double peek on pyth. Is sat at B thinking, what do I do now? What happened? Guys.
Man, this is so back and forth, Banks. For these two teams, this is what we were hoping to see, right? When they played against each other in the finals of the previous Ignition series. It's the rivalry going all the way back to Worlds of League of Legends. These guys have been at each other's throats, and now in Valorant, G2 have taken the wins again and again, but FPX, they're looking for this map to start them off in this best of 3, to knock out G2 and stop them not only from winning a tournament for the first time, but from making the finals. That would be huge. And can you imagine Liquid don't make it to playoffs? G2 don't make it to finals. What kind of world is that? Like EU Valorant flipped on its head.
And FPX could be the ones to do it. Admittedly, this is only the first map, Mitch. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but this has been amazing so far. From start to finish, both these teams battling back and forth. It's not just been like one ruffle stomping the whole way. The most rounds we've seen chain together are 3, which is on the side of FPX. Everything else has been taking some time to get it going. But this is where it starts to get difficult. If G2 can't pick up this round, their credits are hurt. They won't have the economy.
Very important. They've got ultimates to play around, but both teams do. And again, you're seeing the old combination, the classic ultimate combo. Breach and Brimstone. The B-boys. And they can be very bad whenever they ult together, on the attacking side especially, right? Use the Rolling Thunder, knock you back, clear a lot of map control, and then pop down that ultimate, the orbital strike, to just shred you. And I'd imagine this is a round where we'll see that committed to. Again, look at the start of the rounds for FPX. Look how slow they play. Just holding defaults and waiting for G2 to make a mistake. They've had their rounds where they rush in and they've been torn apart by G2. And so they're not making that mistake again.
Slowing it down as well. I like the fact that they're going to try and confuse G2 a bit here. But that means this rush needs to be perfect. Great use of the ult on lamps. Forces pyth out of position. The slow may go down. Mixwell's come to give him some backup. But is it going to be enough? Patitek goes to use his ultimate, but it's not going to work out. He has to cancel it. Zyppaan wants to push on forward, but he goes straight into the clutches of Mixwell. Mixwell went up high. He quickly climbed out of there. They know where he is. Shots coming out towards him. He's smoking it off. He's providing himself some cover, but he's getting tagged. He's getting spammed. And Angel shuts him down. 4 versus 2, and G2, they are struggling. They are looking lost, but can ardiis and Patitek pull them back into this?
Time's low. They're thinking about saving. The smoke goes down. They need to find an opening now. It's now or never, and the Rolling Thunder's still online. They're going to hear them pushing forward, and here's where it should be committed. You see one fall back as well. Is it coming in? No? They're going to just allow the time. There we go. Eventually, it comes through, and that just ruins the round completely, as well as pushing Meddo into the open, but he gets the kill. What the hell was that?
Poor Meddo. He was like, I'm going to go now. Oh, no, you're popping it. Wait. Ah!
It was aimed a little bit too much to the right there. Oh, the poor guy.
One round is all FPX need now to take the opening map. It is their pick here of our second semi-final for FPX's chance to get closer to making it towards the grand finals. Next up is Split, G2's pick. And for anyone that's just joining us, if you want to win yourself some of the sexy skins these players are playing with, type ! giveaway in chat and grab yourself 10,500 Valorant points on behalf of Level Global here at the Level Clash 2, powered by Logitech. I'm squeezing it all in. And I want to see some more 3D aim trainer stats. Mainly yours, Mitch.
Oh no. I thought you'd forgotten about that by now. God damn it. Of course, if you guys want to see how you weigh up against us in the 3D aimer, go ahead on over to, is it 3daimtrainer.com?
Oh, yes.
Right? We were on there earlier. We were messing around, and it went terribly, but maybe you guys can do better. Yeah, well, show up.
Oh, Zyppaan missing. That's less than ideal. pyth's there to try and line them up, but it's still so much in favor here for the FPX side. They need a big turnaround in here. The Sage ult is there. This could be viable for G2 to fight their way in. Shao looking to take high ground advantage, backs away onto short, but needs to be oh so careful from this position. davidp needs to find a body, wants to get the revive on go. Is it going to be enough? Oh, Angel's position is just scary. As long as someone's covering lamps, yeah, Patitek would never expect that, especially in a position like this. davidp may be able to get the refrag in. Looks like the wall's going to go up as well. They're already on top of it. The ult's being deployed though. Shao's going to just keep him off it. He can still land another one, but it's not going to be enough damage. He might not have enough time. G2 might have sealed the deal, and davidp delivers the headshots. They're still in it. It's not GG just yet. 12-10, but FPX have a lot of money here, Mitch.
Huge, absolutely huge clutch by davidp.
Actually, don't have that much money. Oh.
That wall placement was huge. He locks them out, holds the gap as it breaks, makes sure they can't get back in there. Finding the first kill in that 2v2 means there's absolutely no time left for them to get it done. And I feel like Hunter's Fury is almost like, it's almost bad for the attackers, because so many times like, okay, just fall back, play super passive, we got this. But teams are starting to adapt to it now. You don't see it winning nearly as many rounds because players just tank it. They just jump on. They're like, yeah, okay, hit me up. I don't care if I die, bro. I'm gonna get it halfway and my teammate's gonna win the round.
For Angel, he's close to 30 frags. That'll be pretty wild.
It would be pretty unbelievable. Oh my god, look at Twitch. Guys, you don't need an all-type giveaway. Yeah, just one person needs to do it. You'll get a link, you follow the link. You don't need 10,000 people spamming giveaway. And now I've just made them do it all day long. I'm sorry. I'm just going to stop.
It's like when I told them at the beginning to spam for their favorite team. That was the worst thing, because then I saw them all getting their messages deleted, and I'm like, yeah, maybe just do it once. Forgot about that bit, you know.
Just message it once.
All that good stuff. We do love you, Twitch chat. We're here for your entertainment, your enjoyment. Much as the game here for everyone's enjoyment, and it certainly has been that from start to finish. So many magic moments. Again, the ult going down. No player sat in lamps this time around. They'll escape for now. And the fact that davidp still has his ult up is huge. Oh, he's got it land. No, it doesn't work out for him. Mixwell's gone as well. 5v3, the spike is planted. Ardiis has got some information, but he can't tap him up enough to get a kill. Once again, it's a 3v5. They did it last time, but how many times going to get away with it? Mixwell, he's revived. They want to make this work, but he's instantly put down by Shadow. But the rest of G2 start to strike. This is looking so good for G2. They want to hold on. They want to face this into overtime. Ardiis got to be careful. He's poking out a bit too far into the open. Ardiis delivering onto Angel. That's exactly what they need. Time is on their side. They can get this done. G2 in a great position, but Zyppaan, he's having none of it. He's looking to do some more in G2.
The nade.
Oh, so close. The healing comes through as well. They will be able to get the defuse. The 11th round secured. And FPX's money is going to be real interesting here, Mitch.
Oh my god, that was like the shot at the buzzer by Zyppaan as well. It went off. He threw the nade through from his deathbed, dies, hoping that the nade would find them victory, but it landed a little shy.
Oh my god, G2 now have a solid buy in comparison.
This could be overtime.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm so glad Mixwell's missed. I'm so glad he's missed that, because I've tried that 100 times and I've missed every single time, and I was like, oh, I'm just terrible. Mixwell way better than me at movement. He is, obviously, but I'm glad he misses as well. It doesn't make me feel as silly.
Every one of these players is better than you at movement, Mitch.
That is guaranteed. I would be very worried if they were. Would be a very bad spectator sport if
I don't know, when our aim training stats come out, might see me return to pro play.
You'll get some offers straight away. davidp will be like, replace me, bro. We are G-Dog. We need you.
I'll be the cheerleader, the backup man, the sixth man.
You could probably be unstarted from CS. You can get in there.
Maniacs accepted everyone.
Maybe I've got a chance now. Who am I kidding?
Oh, this had to go this way between these two, didn't it? G2 battling against it all. What an incredible game so far. The smoke's going to be deployed. FPX once again trying to bust in to the A site. They've actually had so much more success at B. Oh, Mixwell gets pushed back, but luckily he had his dash in play. The ult's going to be dropped in by ardiis. If it can connect, it's going to be huge. Oh, he does manage to land it a little bit there, and pyth comes around the corner. But is it going to be enough? The Cypher ult's going to help them out massively and give them the information they need, but can they react on it? Oh, huge shots coming in. They're getting dominated. They didn't have the weapons anyway. And it's all on Meddo. He's all alone in a 1v5. I don't fancy his chances somehow. pyth just runs out with a judge. 12-12. We're going to overtime. Rightly so, between two of the best teams to grace the European scene. Oh my. And Angel still has his chance at getting that 30 bomb in play.
Here we go, Banks. I mean, between these two teams, it was neck and neck at halftime, and it's only right that we end up here by the end of the second half. The pistol rounds were traded out, each team winning one per half. It literally couldn't be closer. Like, this is what we're here for. This is what we want to see. So many rounds defined by a 1-second defuse, by a clutch in 2v2s. But G2, they held on. Oh boy, they held on. Coming into those last couple of rounds, it looked like I saw the GG spamming in chat. I was ready to go for them as well. Coming into those last 3 rounds, but man, they delivered. And now their chance in OT. 5,000 credits given to each team. That means if you get an operator, it's only light armor and 100 credits spare. And look at this opening. They're going to look straight in towards Hookah, but there's a crossfire. This could be dangerous. Shadow. Oh, he catches their back. Good for 2. But Mixwell grabs the trade. straight afterwards. And now the side is not open. Angel on the swing catches the head so quick. And FPX are back in the lead at 3v2.
Angels evened it up. And that was a crazy check your corners moment. pyth, though, going to bring it back into the 2v2. He's going to give him a fighting chance. Shao's looking to leave A, but now he starts to reconsider it. He knows they have the opportunity to barrel on back towards the site. This is far too close, far too touch and go. At what point can Shao ask for the backup to come his way? He needs to just get the first kill and then stay super defensive. He seems to be allowing them in, and he starts off strong. That's exactly what FPX needed. davidp goes down, and pyth is going to run through the teleport and try and mind game him, but it's not going to work out. He's spotted out by Zyppaan. He was ready and waiting for it. And FPX get the 13th round. Now they've got to get the attacking round in, which they struggled on towards the end. They allowed G2 to get 3 in a row, the first 3 in a row they could have had, in order for us to even be in overtime. Can they now pull it back when it's vital, when it's needed?
Yeah, look, when it came down to FPX's attacking side, obviously it could have been a little bit better. They picked up the pistol, they picked up 2 every now and then, but in terms of buy rounds, I think probably G2 came out slightly ahead. So I'd give them the favor coming into this one. But remember, there's no ultimates to play with. And FPX found a lot of openings on the back of their ult usage. Their Rolling Thunder and their Orbital Strike were doing so much for them. They came down to win some of the clutch positions in 3v3s and 2v2s. Without those, I think G2 look even better in just the raw, pure rounds, I suppose. When you take ultis out of play. And utility's also relatively limited as well. Remember, if you're buying up the operator. But then again, it's going to be on the Jett most of the time, so not making a whole bunch of difference if you're missing an updraft or missing some smokes.
Still a minute on the clock, and FPX can just play this how they want. 3 players currently stacked on G2 towards B. Have they made the right gamble? Have they made the right call? Nades go out, ardiis. He's going to have to be the point man here. He's the one further forward. He's delivering now. Headshots galore. This is beautiful stuff coming out from G2. And we look like to be going to another overtime. 13-13. We're pushing on forward. G2 are not done yet. ardiis playing it sneaky. He hid for so long. He waited it all out. This is why I love this game. Moments like this, the back and forth.
You know, 15's the magic number now where teams got to reach G2 over on the attacking side. Jeez, what a round by ardiis. Those spray downs, those resets as well. It was just so gorgeous. FPX got to be kicking themselves a little bit. The smoke down on long used early just to get that ult orb in play for Angel. He's been solid when it came down to these frags, so probably has got the best chance of farming up his ultimate. He's going to push towards the A site where they're now stacking up. G2 looking to push out on this site, not knowing the stack will be there fairly soon, but they've already eliminated Zyppaan. A good start for them as the smokes go down so they can try and reclaim a little bit of control, blocking out pyth at least, but there's still so many players on the site. They've managed to get the wall up, but Angel knew what was going down. And now they're going to spread out and look for the rest of these kills as G2 set up their crossfires. They're in position on the site itself, and Angel, oh, he was 1 kill away from getting his ult up.
And he's all alone as well. This is not ideal. Why did they not try and push on this together? G2 in a great spot now, but can they hold on to it? Only one more player to find. They spot him out. Shao goes down, and Patitek continues to deliver. 14-13, and it's G2 that will take the lead this time around.
You take a look into how they pushed to that side as well, right? FPX ended up in a position where they're trying to go out for the retake. As you said, Angel, he went by himself. They had a flash go up, but it was a little bit too deep. They just, because they'd already aftershocked up close, right? They aftershocked right on the spike, but the player was a little further back. So that flash didn't catch them at all. It left Angel swinging into a player that could clearly see, and another who was behind over towards Lamps, who hadn't been caught by the flash either. He was able to tuck up on the pillar. So at that point, two guys staring straight at him. No way he gets away with that one. Still, you'd rather have that second player for sure pushing with him, but I think it was more to do with timing and spacing that they wanted to just blitz. But punished for it. Now G2 on map point, and they're looking to take this one, going on into split, which is a bit of a toss-up between these two teams. FPX definitely want to have that advantage, considering how close they were to closing it out earlier.
Mixwell good for one, but that's it so far. They're trading it out, but it's going in FPX's favor for now. 3 versus 2, but they haven't found their way directly onto the site just yet. The spike might be able to go down shortly. The boombot goes straight out, and davidp still gets the kill. Zyppaan, a grave error gets made. davidp is shutting them down every single step of the way, but it's all on Meddo. It's a 1v1. And Patitek, he's been so impactful for G2 from start to finish. He's going to sit on this defuse, at least for the first part. Wait for it to come out. Patitek seals the deal. G2 take the map. They get the 1-0.